Hello again everyone, Dr. Dan Bockmann here. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 reasons you can get injured. The only 3. These are the only 3 things that can happen that can cause an injury, whatever body part we're talking about, knee, hip, shoulder, back, neck, whatever. They are onboard problems, I call them, meaning, let's say I have a shoulder injury and my shoulder is too stiff. I can only raise my arm this high. So if my range of motion is limited in my shoulder, that means by definition my shoulder is being forced to move abnormally, which just means injury is more likely. So that's an example of an onboard problem. Or maybe the muscles around my shoulder aren't strong enough to protect it. It's another onboard problem. So onboard problems with the body. Number 2, a technique problem. So let's say I'm a pitcher and my pitching form is really bad and I'm doing it all with my shoulder, as opposed to involving all the other body parts to contribute to ball speed. If I'm throwing a ball like this, that's bad technique, and it just means I'm using only one joint to accelerate the ball instead of all the other joints in here. So that means that one joint's getting beat up, getting overused. That can cause a problem. Or bad squat form. So let's say if you have butt wink, if your tail tucks when you get low, your knees get out in front of your toes on a squat, that's a bad technique. Why is it bad? Because it can cause injuries to knees or backs. So a technique problem, or a regimen problem. Regimen meaning your overall program. So let's say if you're doing heavy squats 7 days a week, you're maxing 7 days a week. Now, is it bad to max? No. It's great part of a good program for building strength, but 7 days a week means you haven't recovered from the last day's workout and you're already doing another one. So your muscles just get more and more torn down. Injury is much more likely to happen. So it's basically an overuse situation usually. Too much in one chunk, one dose, or not enough recovery between doses for your body to repair from the work it did before. So onboard problems, moving parts don't work well. Technique problems, I got bad form, bad technique. Regimen problems, my overall workout program needs to be tweaked and have some relative rest built in. Make sure there's a good mix of different kinds of movements and different body parts. So hope that makes sense. If so, great, give it a like. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, leave that as a comment below. And until next time, as always, I will see y'all.